Hello, everyone. How are you? You can wave to me. I'm sitting in front of you. How are you today? So it's very late now, and look what I have on my hands. I have gloves on my hands. Do you know why? Because I feel like a slave in Egypt again. No, because I have been cleaning all day for Pesach. That is one of the customary things that we do to prepare for the week of Pesach. We clean and clean and clean. So if you see your mommies and daddies cleaning and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning, they might be opening closets and rearranging. I just cleaned out a closet before, and this is something that we customarily do, like I said, to prepare for Pesach. We clean everything out. It's a spring cleaning, and we're in the season of spring, and we're getting ready for Pesach. So that is one of the things that's very important to know about Pesach. So if you're home and you're feeling kind of bored and you're looking at your toys and you don't play with all of them, you know what would be really nice? If you reorganize and clean out your toys. Maybe there are some toys that you don't play with anymore that you could donate and give to a child who doesn't have toys. That would be tzedakah, and that would be very, very nice. So today I wanted to talk to you. I had spoken to you about this last week. I wanted to talk to you about the Seder plate. This says Pesach. So, during Pesach, we have a Seder for 2 nights. The first 2 nights of Pesach, we have Seders with our families. This year it might be a little bit different, but we all sit around the table and we have our Haggadahs, our Pesach books, and we read about the holiday of Pesach, how it came to be, how the Jewish people were slaves in Egypt. So, usually in the middle of the table, of the Seder table, there is a plate, and it's in the middle, like I said, the middle of the table, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 compartments. And every family who has a Seder puts a Seder plate in the middle of the table. Why? Because it represents certain things. One of the things on the Seder plate is an egg. It's not a raw egg from the refrigerator. It's an egg that's boiled and then roasted in the oven. Now, the egg signifies that it's like a new beginning. And Pesach occurs in the spring, and it's like a new beginning for all Jewish people. So that's why we have a roasted egg. We also have maror, which is bitter herbs. Let me show you. Why do we have maror? Now, in my family, we use horseradish. If you've ever tasted horseradish, it comes from, it's a very bitter vegetable, and they shave it, and I think they put a little bit of vinegar in it. I never made it. I buy it in the supermarket, and if you taste it, it is so bitter tasting. Ooh, it's terrible. Ugh, I don't like it at all. And why do we have bitter herbs on the Seder plate? Because we're reminded of when the Jewish people were slaves in Mitzrayim, in Egypt. It was a very bitter time for us. It was a horrible, horrible time for us. So that's why we have the maror on the plate. We also have an animal bone on the plate, a lamb bone, and that is because when the Jewish people were freed from slavery, they ate a big dinner of lamb, and so that's why we have a shank bone. We also have parsley. Now, in my family, we don't use parsley and lettuce. And we dip usually the lettuce. I use celery. We dip it in salt water. Why do we do that? Because we are remembering the tears that all of the Jewish people shed when they were slaves. So if you take some water and you put some salt in it and you taste it, it's very, very salty. And if you ever cry, and I hope you never cry, but if you cry, it's okay. If a tear falls down your cheek, touch it and taste it, and you'll see, it tastes the same. Tears are salty. So that's what the salt water is for, and we dip in the salt water. And we also have charoset. Charoset is made with chopped apples and walnuts and grape juice or wine, and you chop it up, chop, 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 chop. And that is supposed to remind us of what the Jewish people built with when they were slaves in Egypt. It looks almost like cement. So I wanted to talk to you about the Seder plate. And of course, what do we have at the Seder table? Very important. We have 3 pieces of matzah. 1, 2, 3. 3 pieces of matzah. During the course of the Seder, somebody will break the middle piece of matzah. So again, if this is the top piece, and this is the bottom piece, and this is the middle piece, they will take the middle piece, break it, and they will hide it. And that's a game that we play at the Seder. After we eat our meal, we have to find the afikomen. That's when the matzah is broken up. They put the pieces in some kind of a little bag or something, and then a grown-up hides it, and we have to find it. Only the children. And it's a really, really fun game. It's like playing hide and go seek, but we're looking for the matzah. We're looking for the afikomen. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. And tomorrow we'll talk more about Pesach, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I love you all. I miss you all, and I can't wait to see you. Good night, everybody.